Alright, I've always had a passion for dance. Dancing around my room since I was little from MJ. MJ was my biggest inspiration. He was like my idol since I was 2 years old. So from that is, I guess, where I started until high school when we had a talent show. And that was around the time when Jabberwockies and ABDC first season came out. After seeing Jabberwockies, I was like, I want to do this. I want to do choreography. That was the first time I got introduced to choreography. So we put together a show. After high school, I didn't dance at all until about, when was it, 2011, I think? It was a Tick Tick 2 competition in Perth. And the prize was to be able to open the show, be an opening act for Poriotics, Brian Puspos, and these are all people that I watched over YouTube through high school, like as Jabberwockies and all of them. That's when I got into choreography. After that, I realized this is what I really want to do. We formed a group because there's three of us. There's me, Ray Elemento, and Anthony Tran. Anthony Tran was the first one to push me to do this because I was like, I'm not a dancer, I've only done the talent show, and you're asking me to choreograph for a competition to dance alongside like our idols, like people that we watch on TV and things. So yeah, he pushed me, and after that we wanted to keep as a group. And we had a lot of friends, I guess, that thought what we did was pretty cool. Even though we were really amateur at the time, we thought we were the dopest stuff out. And we consistently, well not consistently, but quite frequently got gigs. And pretty much just trained ourselves. We bought 3 mirrors, chucked them in a room in Anthony's house, and that was our studio. We had just a normal sized room, just with 3 mirrors on the wall, and that was our studio. And we were there every night until maybe like 2 in the morning, whenever we had a show to choreograph and teach each other. And that's when I got introduced to CDA, because there's auditions for the CDA crew. And Ray Elemento, who is the other member of the Raspberries, really pushed me to come down. And that's the only, if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have auditioned. And as soon as I stepped in there, like everything changed. My whole perspective on dance changed. I realized like where I stood in dance, because I thought I was quite dope at the time, but it made me realize not. Without training is nothing. I got as a scholar spot, moved up to a crew member, trained for how long? Since September 2012, and now I'm where I'm at now, teaching at CDA.
Making nasty, popping on the bitch, making nasty.
My biggest fear was I was just really intimidated by what we would call real dancers, like studio dancers who step in, because all we ever did was dance in a room with mirrors up, like amongst friends, and we kind of held dancers on like a pedestal. And so my biggest fear was just kind of looking like an amateur, looking like a novice at what I do with all these other people judging me. Everything that I feared was completely wrong, like completely wrong. I was scared of being judged. That doesn't happen. I was scared of like looking like a novice, but then again in classes everyone else is pretty much around the same level. That's why we're all taking classes, so you're not alone in that. Like you'll probably be around the same as the next guy, and even if you're not, you can get help from the next guy. So yeah, the biggest thing though is just to try, like really just to try. What I've learned, the main thing that I've learned is to just, if you want to do something, just do it. Like that's it. Bottom line, just do it and see for yourself. Like you won't know until you try.
Making nasty, popping on the bitch, making nasty.
What I love most about what I do here is the fact that I get to teach. Being in crew is awesome as well, but teaching is really where I feel the most, is the most rewarding feeling, because every student that comes in reminds me of me. I remember when I started, I was scared to come in. All students seem to have the same kind of fears when I talk to them, or when I try to get new students in. It really reminds me of what my perspective was, which is what I talked about earlier about CDA. And when they come in, being able to ease them into it and open their eyes into a world that they didn't know or they had the wrong perspective of is my pride and joy when I come here. The way I see it, it's like seeing this really, really attractive girl, and for me, the first things that come into your head, or what I think will come to your head, is like, man, she's so attractive. Her standards must be here. The guys that go after her must be on top of that. I just have no chance. She's probably also some kind of she must be really stuck up as well, you know. That's the first thing. Is like, nah, I don't even want to bother talking to her. She's just nice to look at. But then you get to meet her and you talk to her and you find out she's a really nice girl, and everything you thought about that before goes like out the window, and it's just like comfortable, friendly, you can be yourself, and like all the negative aspects just like that you were scared of, pretty much like your insecurities and all that beforehand, are just out the window. That's how I see it. We have classes for those who have never danced before. We have classes for those who dance a little bit, which is kind of like what I did, and we have classes that for those who already can dance. I'm sure they'd enjoy it because we get new choreography in all the time. So even if you're already a trained dancer, there's no reason why you wouldn't have fun. It's just like taking a workshop. Like, dancing's just fun, that's it.
Make it nasty. Popping on the bitch, make it nasty.
You have to be a dancer to come in here and take class, or be a dancer to come in here and be part of like the CDA family. Because like whenever I ask other people, I'm like, come down, take class, the number one response I always get is, I've never danced before, it'd be so awkward, I'd be so new. Which never made sense to me, because that's what you take class for. Everyone starts somewhere. And so if I could get rid of the one thing, is that you have to be already a dancer to come in, or be somewhat of a dancer. Like, you can start from nothing, and I'm confident that you build yourself up if you have the right mentality coming in here. If you want a place where you can, or a dance studio where you can come in no matter what skill level you are and still take something away, CDA is definitely the place to be. Like, the way we structure our classes, stages A, B, and C, allows anyone, like from people who have never danced before, dance a little bit, or are already trained, to come in and just have fun, really.
Make it nasty. Popping on the bitch, make it nasty.
My advice would be that you really have to have the right mindset. It's not just about taking class. Like, for me, what I did every day, dance, I love dance. Like, if you love dance, when you love something, it's your passion, you like kind of live it. Like, every day I would be dancing at home, I would be practicing what I learned in class, and I'd be wanting to get better. It's not just about coming, taking class, picking up the choreography and going home and leaving it, coming, taking class and expecting to get better. It's about coming to class, doing your best in class, and trying to improve, I guess, each time. Like, put your own time and energy and dedicate yourself to getting better. Yeah.